about how when you wake up and check your phone and all you see is a feed full of perfect pictures, status updates, and likes. How does this truly make you feel? Do you feel inspired by what you see? Connected maybe? Or do you feel a little envious? Social media has become part of our daily lives, but have you ever sat back and thought the things that you was made to bring us closer together could be the thing that is affecting our mental health? Research has been done on this topic and it has shown social media increases anxiety, depression, and feelings of loneliness. Today, I want to talk to you about the impact social media has on us and how we can stop the control it has over our mental health. Did you know that anxiety and depression is linked to social media? According to the Clinical and Research News published on January 17th of 2017, social media causes depression and anxiety among adolescents and young adults. In their article, it speaks on how constant exposure to social media can cause low self-esteem and feelings of inadequacy. This is due to the envy one may feel to what their peers are posting. Examples of this would be seeing vacations you may not be able to afford or clothes you want but are too expensive. In this article, it speaks on how these feelings can alter your mental health in an extreme way. When you struggle with anxiety and depression, your self-esteem goes down. In this visual aid, you can see that on the bottom here, time spent on social media and mental illness diagnosis. If you have none, there is still high levels of mental illness at 37%. 1 hour increases it to 44. 1 to 3 hours increases it to 47. And 3+ hours increases your mental health diagnosis by 57%. The impact of social media on self-esteem. Social media affects your self-esteem differently for each person. According to HMJ 5284 in a peer-reviewed college article, when people post on social media, it is usually pictures of their best moments. When people post this, it can lead to widespread comparison. When one compares, they are lowering their self-esteem if they are feeling as if they are not as good as the other person. When we post on social media, we are looking for attention, and if we do not get it, the number of likes that we wanted, we may feel as if people do not like us. This negative feeling will negatively affect your mental health. Social media and jealousy. We all think of social media as something we just do. But have any of us ever sat back and thought about what it is doing to our relationships? Pew Research Center published an article October 1st, 2015, stating that 27% of couples feel jealous and unsure about social media and their partners. Also, in this article, 65% of boys feel as if social media is the best way to understand what their partner is going through. We live in a world where we have stopped talking to our partners. We now just post about it. Our partners feel more connected to us on social media than in person. Also, something to remember is when you like another person's post or call them hot or beautiful, it may be hurting the other person's mental health, even if it's not hurting your own. The influence of social media and body image. Now that we have talked about jealousy, it's time to talk about the influence social media has on body image, because jealousy and body image go hand in hand. According to Frontiers in Psychology by Monica Gupta, published on August 17, 2023, social media has caused a 4.7% increase in conformed body dysmorphia. Not only is that because of seeing the pictures and wanting to look like that or wondering why you don't, it's also due to a significant other liking the opposite sex's pictures. And you or them thinking, well, that's not what I look like. All of these things are affecting our mental health and relationships in such a negative way. Why do we keep spending hours a day on them? The role of social media in isolation and loneliness. The hours we are spending on social media is actually making us more lonely. It is causing us to stay isolated in our homes or on our phones. According to psychologist Dr. Anthony Sland, in his article, How Social Media Exploits Our Loneliness, he talks about how, due to social media, we no longer go out and make friends. We have become more comfortable saving money, playing on our $900 phones, and begin watching reality TV to see how people live their lives because we are too busy scrolling and liking to go live our own lives. Due to social media, we have disconnected from our real life networks and we rely on our internet friends to keep us company. Cyberbullying and harassment. Lastly, we are going to talk about the effects of cyberbullying and harassment. This was something we heard little of before social media platforms. Now, according to Dennis Rohu Howell, 60% of social media users have been either cyberbullied or harassed. Out of that 60%, 48 has thought about self-harm due to those things. We are seeing young women's sex tapes being released due to bad breakups. People have become what we know as keyboard warriors. What these people are really is just new age bullies who hide behind a computer screen. The bad part about social media platforms is it is hard to know who is behind the words or the actions. There is no true, real consequences. In conclusion, do not get me wrong, social media does have its benefits. It connects us to many people and it allows each of us to express ourselves. Even with that being true, we must understand what it is doing to our mental health. We are in constant comparison, feel as if we must display a perfect image. The biggest issue being how addictive these platforms are and the fact it causes us anxiety, depression, and loneliness. I believe as a society, it is time we take a step back and reevaluate our time with social media. If we begin being mindful of our social media use, we can begin to regain control of our mental health. Look around you. Wouldn't you rather spend time laughing with your children, your wife, your husband, or would you rather the high of social media? That is affecting your mental health.